Hello. Amen. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I got a brief word today. I'm tired. I am tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. Tired. But so that means that I'm tired. So that means that I want to apologize yesterday about the excitement. I was just so excited. I was really excited, and I want to apologize for being so excited yesterday. I was so excited. I listened to myself. I was so excited, but I had a right to be. I had a right to be. New child, new beginning. God flooded my heart with joy. That's why I was excited. So I want to apologize for being so excited yesterday. I could barely talk right. I was so excited. Good morning. God bless you, Natalie. God bless you, Michelle. Thank you, Greg. Go to the hospital after I dropped baby girl off. Hopefully she'll be able to get out today, out of the hospital. So, yeah, somebody put in the comment, if you would, self-sufficient. There's going to be a brief word today, but there's a word that there's a word that God dropped in my spirit on my way here. While I was driving, he dropped this word in my spirit, self-sufficient. Someone put in the comment, self-sufficient. And you know what? If those who've been following me for the last 2 to 3 years, you will know that one of the things that with me, just knowing my personality, number one, you'll know that I'm stubborn. And you know that's been following me for the last 2 3 years, you will know it's been more than that. I've been doing it, but for the last 2 3 years, you've been knowing that I've been consistent. I've been on here talking about God's goodness, talking about God's power, what God can do, healing, deliverance, breakthroughs, and it's a lifestyle for me. And so it's in me. Even when my son went through and was going through the therapy with the son being paralyzed and going through the therapy every day and waking up and going and starting it over every day. God led me to pray, not just to pray corporately for you, the people of God, but also in the hospital. He taught me what true deliverance was. He taught me what true ministry was. He taught me what true power was, to be in prison, to be in a place where you saw so many people so many kids that were paralyzed, so many kids that were sick with some kind of condition. And it's crazy being in the hospital and you see all the mothers and all the fathers and the parents just out of their mind, don't know what to do, turning to God, just turning to find answers. And a lot of the parents blaming themselves when something happened to the kids and in this hospital. But the parents going all this, but the kids are just trying to be normal. All the kids, even though they had all these conditions, all the stuff that they're going through, they all met in a certain place and they just want to be normal. And so it really taught me what life is about, and the most important things in life. And the most important things in life, the most important thing is God, family, support. There's so many kids, and good morning, there's so many kids, there's so many people that are around the world that they just need support. There's so many people that are paralyzed, but they will be healed if someone say that they believe in them. If someone go to that kid, someone go to that man, someone go to that boy, that girl, in that marriage, in that situation, or whatever they're dealing with, if they just had someone just believe in them, they will make it. I'm totally sure of it. I'm totally sure that there's so many people that stay paralyzed in their condition because no one, or they didn't get help, or someone didn't come around and give them encouragement. You didn't push them, give them the strength to let them know that they can make it, even though it felt like they couldn't make it. But just to push them, to let them know that they can make it, that's all some people need. And one of the things that, I thought about the advice that I gave my son, Daniel, when he was paralyzed, initially when he was paralyzed, and I told him to take everything that he's been through, every hurt, every rejection, everything that he went through that is going through that's negative, and channel it on walking. And that's what he's done. And you know what? That's what I do. I take everything that I go through. I take everything that's hit me. I take everything, and when it hits me, it might knock me down. It might rattle me for a second. But then I gather myself, but after a while. But then what it does, it refocuses me. Every pain, every rejection, every blow, every hurt, it refocuses me. What it does, the pain becomes my fuel. It becomes my fuel to say I can make it. It becomes my fuel to know that I will not quit. I will not give up. I fight fire with fire. I fight force with force. What happens, the God in me, that dunamis wakes up. Because then what happens when trouble comes to me, that dunamis come inside of me and comes up and says, I can do all things. That dunamis inside of me comes in when stuff comes to me, when the enemy comes in as a flood. That dunamis comes in, that standard comes up and lifts up a standard against the enemy. And so in every turn, I try my best to put God in my heart so much that when trouble comes to me, God come out. Regardless of what I'm facing, what I'm seeing, God gonna come out. And so that's my posture and that's my position. But I want to get to this. I want to get this right quick. I want to talk to everyone who's, and I know you saw the post, who's numb with excitement. You're numb, you're discouraged. You've been taking all kind of blows. I want to talk to everyone who's taking all kind of blows. I want to talk to everyone that's been going through stuff. I want to talk to everyone that it seems like you in this tunnel, right? And in this tunnel, it looks like a light. It looks like the end of the tunnel, but you get to the end of it, and then it's a locomotive, and you hit again, and you knock back. I want to talk to the person and to the people that every time it seems like you get so close, it seems like you get knocked back down. I want to talk to all of those people. And what I want to do, the title of my message, I said self-sufficient / subtitle is half dead. I want to talk to the people half dead. And what I mean by that is that talk about the man, the beggar man in the Bible, in the book of Luke. He was going on his journey, going into Jericho, minding his business. And while on his journey, he was met by some thieves and they beat him up. And not only did they beat him up, they left him half dead. I want to talk to you who was doing and minding your business in God, doing the best that you know how with what you had. You loved, you treated people right. And for some reason, when you're doing the will of God, something came and hit you and knocked you down and beat you and left you half dead. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to those people who are hurt. I want to talk to those people that almost hate love, almost hate feeling good because you've hurt so much. It seems like people and situations have dangled pleasure. They have dangled satisfaction in your face so much. And that it's almost like when you got to it, they pulled the rug away so much. Now you're bitter. And what you thought that was good, you ain't even looking as good. It's almost like you have to see it to believe it. You're at that place. You're at that place where you got to see it to believe it. You don't trust nobody. You don't trust nobody. You have an issue with trust. You have an issue with love. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to the person you barricaded yourself in your own hole. You barricaded yourself in your own mental prison because you don't want nobody to get in. Because you've been hurt so much, you're tired. You said to yourself, enough, no more will you be hurt. And so because of that, you built a cocoon. And that cocoon is your personality. That cocoon is your anger. That cocoon is a massage. It's something that you cover. It's a cover that keeps people away. It's like the proverbial duck that we see that's paddling in the water and is just going cool and looking cool and can get to the other side. And so little do you know that if you go underneath the water, you can see the duck feet pedaling and trying to get to the other side. This is you. You're trying to fool everybody. You're trying to fool mama. You're trying to fool your kids. You're trying to fool your spouse. But you can't fool God and you can't fool yourself. You're at a place where you're half dead. You feel like you're about to die. You do. The pain is so severe, sometimes it's hard for you to keep your breath because life has given you so many blows. You've taken so many licks that you become numb to the licks. But let me tell you good news about it. I'm going to tell you good news. There's two things. On the Jericho Road, what happened? When it was left half dead, what happened? There's a Levi guy came by, overlooked him. There's a priest came by, overlooked him. The people that you would thought that would help him, they overlooked him, walked by him. That didn't happen to you. You've been at that place where the people that you thought that would help you, they looked over you and walked by. And see, the problem is they thought that you did something wrong. Just like Job's friends. When Job's friends saw him, they looked at him for 7 days and watched him. And then when they opened up their mouth, they concluded that he had done something wrong. This is where many of you at. People, they tried to judge you based on what they saw. But they didn't listen to you and find out what was in your heart. And so those people left you half dead. They dropped you. That's where you are. And so let me tell you something. But when you was half dead, that man that was left half dead, And the people that you thought that that would help them, they didn't help them. I'm gonna tell you what happened. A good Samaritan came by. A person, someone that you never thought that would happen. A person that you never thought that would help him. He came by and restored him. And the Bible says that he poured in the oil and the wine. And so hear me. God is sending oil and wine to you. And in this right here, God is going to send people that you didn't expect. The people that you didn't expect that's going to bless you. The people that you didn't anticipate that was going to come and pour in oil. That was going to come and restore you. And what it is God. And God is going to send people to your life that's going to encourage you. He's going to send people to your life that's going to bless you. And let me tell you about the oil and the wine. And see, the oil and the wine, it was produced from a crushing. It was produced from being crushed and trampled upon. And so many of you have been crushed and trampled upon. And so, but in your crushing and in your trampling, you was producing oil and you was producing wine. And what you was doing, God was making you self-sufficient. Somebody put in the comment, self-sufficient. The Bible says, out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water, springing up in everlasting life. See, God put something in you that's self-sufficient. With every blow, with every turn, every time you got hurt, every time you got rejected, what was happening? God was causing your well to come up self-sufficient. That's why God said his grace is sufficient. In other words, God has put in you more than enough. What's in you is compacted. And so that's why God said when you're going through what you're going through, he's not going to put more on you than you're able to bear. But what he'll do, he'll take that situation and provide a way of escape. Somebody put in the comment, self-sufficient. And also God, even in the book of Luke, God said, physician, heal yourself. And see, what's in you, God come to tell me to let you know that it's already in you. You're looking for God on the outside, but God is saying what I put in you, it's on the inside, self-sufficient. And so what you need to do, you need to draw in, dig in, reach in from that well. Draw from the well of salvation. Draw from it. See, because in that well, inside of water, there's a tree. And in that tree has leaves. And in those leaves that's coming up from that tree, follow me, they're for the healing of the nation. Your healing is in your leaves. Your healing is in what you've been produced. Your healing is in what God has brought out of you. And also in those leaves, also that healing, also there's fruit, there's pomegranate, there's things, there's information. There's revelation knowledge. There's authority. There's healing. There's joy. There's peace of mind. There's determination. There's self-sufficient. And so, in other words, out of you, coming out of your spirit, coming out of your spirit man, coming out of your belly, coming out of your soul, there's coming life. Coming out of your heart, there's coming life. So that's why it's so important to keep God in your heart. Because when you keep God in your heart, he's going to come out. When you keep him in your heart, when you go through trouble, and even when you're in the presence of your enemy, you know what God is going to do? He is going to prepare a table before he's going to cause you to drink. In your pace, in your time of trouble, God's going to cause you to drink. In the presence of your enemy, he's going to prepare a table before you. He's going to cause you to dine. He's going to cause you to rest. He's going to cause you to enjoy his word. He's going to cause you to enjoy his benefits. He's going to cause you to enjoy his power. And so, see, the thing about it, let me tell you something. See, the game that the enemy was playing, see, the enemy, he thought he was taking something from you. He thought he was taking your joy. He thought he was taking your pride. He thought he was taking your money and your dignity. But all he was doing, he was causing you to be healed. He was calling you to heal yourself. See, because all you needed was a little time to gather yourself after you got hit. And so after you gathered yourself, the oil came in. And after you gathered yourself and the wine came, you know what happened after that? Restoration. God is restoring you. God is restoring your family. God is restoring your home. God is restoring your joy. God is restoring your heart. And God is taking that stony heart out. And he's putting in you a heart of flesh. Hear me. And hear me where I gotta go. Gotta go. God bless you. God bless you. Pray for me.